And that's a very typical thing. But that those external stimuluses come to test our patience, whether we are patient enough for the moment or not. So this is there, and he talks about many things like a person. Arjuna also asks Krishna if a person who is not in yoga, what he does. Probably a person who gets tempted and leaves the path of yoga, but is yogi, and does he lose himself? Krishna says a devotee never loses himself, and probably if in this life he has forsaken the path of yoga, probably he would be born again. He would be born again, probably in the family of aristocratic people and in the family of yogis as well. Probably those kind of births are very rare to see, but that will be there, and he would regain his disposition, mental disposition towards yoga, and he would be striving for that, and he would again move to its path by the grace of Lord. So a good person, good deeds, merits of good deeds do not die, and God protects. So that's the promise that has been given by Lord Krishna here. No, various things happen, stimuluses come, and we lose out in our path and we move in a different direction. But we lose the time again. Probably divine inspiration comes and we move towards the right direction. So we never lose out when we are doing the right thing. If disturbances are bound to be there, many things are there, so we cannot help that. So that's the thing. That's what Krishna wanted to teach in chapter 6. It's about to rise with the power of mind. Mind has tremendous power, and not to lose oneself, because mind is the best friend, mind is the worst enemy. This mind can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven. How we motivate the mind, that's important. So intellect has to be made stronger. Intellect with the power of self, not with the sensory kind of things, sensory delights. That way, intellect has to be made powerful with the power of self. So that way, we do. And I personally feel that this chapter is one of the most important chapters, because it talks about the mental discipline, the discipline of the mind. The mind does not flicker. So steady mind, and steady mind can withstand storms. Storms will come and go, but the mind which is steady probably doesn't give up. And we don't have things in our hand, but we still do. And what is not in our hand, we cannot control that. Even people in our families are not in our control. That doesn't mean that we just move away from the path of righteousness. That's what Krishna promises. So it's about mind control, and through various ways, like seclusion, that is important. Though seclusion may not be possible in today's modern world, but at least we can try to be as much secluded as possible. At least which are avoidable, we can avoid those. But there are certain things that cannot be avoided, so that is not possible that way. Um, and I personally feel that this is very important one. So it starts with knowledge and walking. It's about we just cannot give up our work till we are self-realized. There are stages. Meditation is a later stage. Probably through meditation, what we should meditate upon? We should meditate upon self. We can meditate upon Lord Krishna himself, one who just maintains that posture, keeps his trunk and head straight, and focuses on the tip of the nose, gazes on the tip of the nose, and meditates on me. So that's a kind of interpretation of qualified non-dualism. So it can also say meditate on the self, That could be an interpretation, but anyway, it has to meditate on either self or God, because God is also, the super soul is in every heart along with the soul. That's a kind of a nice constant interpretation, like, so, and it's there. It's a kind of Vedanta interpretation of Vedanta Sutra. Super soul is there, so one could meditate on super soul as well as soul. So those are all, even the soul is a very divine thing. It's like a part of Lord Himself. So one could meditate on the soul, on the soul. If we can also see soul as a mini Krishna here, qualitatively similar but quantitatively different. God and self are alike qualitatively and different quantitatively. So that's there, and it really inspires when we just read these verses. Even the mundane activities could be spiritualized that this way. So this was all about chapter 6. Probably some can make another video on chapter 7 later if God inspires me. Thank you so much.